What's going on, guys? The Last of Us, Part 2. Now, where to even start with this game? What an absolute emotional rollercoaster this game sends you on. But it is absolutely brilliant. Now, the first one I've never actually played myself, but I have seen walkthroughs and things on YouTube, and I knew The Last of Us Part 2 was a game I had to play myself. Now, there's a lot of things in this game that I wish didn't happen, and there will be spoilers in this review, guys, so if you haven't played the game yet, I advise not watching this until you've actually played the game yourself. But, yeah, sorry, I'm still trying to get my head around this game. It's absolutely unbelievable. But, Joel dies. Yeah, Joel dies. He's my favourite character next to Ellie. So a quick background story of the game. So as soon as Joel dies, Ellie just goes on an absolute killing spree. So her pinpoint focus is to find Abby. So she goes to Seattle because that's where she finds out Abby is held up. So she goes to Seattle, tries to find her, ends up finding like a lot of her friends, or like the wolves at the time she's in with. So yeah, she goes on a killing spree, like interrogates her friends, just doing everything she possibly can to find Abby. And then halfway through the game, Abby sort of finds her. And then the game does an absolute 360 on you. So you end up playing as Abby as well. So as soon as you're in like this high point of the game, you think, oh my God, what's gonna happen? It spins it and it brings you back down to earth. And then from there you end up playing as Abby for a good portion of the game. You get her background story, who she was, why she had it out for Joel, her clan with the wolves, just basically her life really, from when she was a teenager up to, you know, the current storyline. So the Naughty Dog actually does a really good way of spinning your emotional attachment to the characters. So like the first time it happened and then Abby kills Joel, like I just wanted to get a vengeance with Ellie, I just wanted to go on a rampage, I wanted to find her, I wanted to bloody kill her. But then the more you start to understand Abby and where she's coming from and everything about her story and that, you end up becoming emotionally attached to her as well. And I love like the diversity in the games, the fact that it brings in like much more characters. You play as different characters, you have missions on your own in dingy, dark sort of areas, then you have missions in the bright, open area with your friends, by yourself. It's just, there's so much diversity in this game and I absolutely loved it. Like there's running through fires, there's going on boats, there's sneaking around, there's full pelt gunfights, there's pretty much everything you can imagine. So Naughty Dog took a long time getting this game out, but I think they took their time and really got this game right. Like I absolutely think it was brilliant. It was such a good game. And yeah, the storyline was just absolutely unbelievable. You get so emotionally attached to it. Like you understand where Ellie's coming from, obviously from the first game and things, but then you kind of understand where Abby comes from as well. And then at the end, there's just, yeah, there's a massive boss fight between them both and you don't know which way it's gonna go. It keeps you guessing right till the very end. And yeah, I absolutely loved it. Like it was, I've never felt so emotionally attached to characters into like a game than I have with The Last of Us Part 2. And I feel like the ending was a little bit disappointing in some ways because it was a little bit open-ended. Whether Naughty Dog did that on purpose to maybe leave the chance of a Last of Us Part 3. Like I'm not entirely sure why they did that, but no one sort of won, you know? Like there was no happy ending for Ellie, there was sort of no happy ending for Abby, it was just pretty much the same thing. And you can see Ellie doesn't deal with it very well. Like I said, she gets very dark throughout the game, she turns into a different character, and towards the end when she just completely changes. And then obviously Dina and things and the kid couldn't put up with it that much longer, so she ends up being on her own. So it was, yeah, the ending was very sad. The entire game was very sad because like Jesse, Mel, Owen I even thought was a good character. Like you start getting attached to all these different characters and then all of a sudden Naughty Dog just pulls the rug out from under you and starts killing all his characters off. So as soon as you start feeling something for one character, they end up getting killed off. It's absolutely crazy. But like I said, I don't think if it was all sort of happy days, no characters died, and especially the main character like Joel, you wouldn't have been as emotionally invested into the game as Naughty Dog intended you to be. So I really think like it sucked. Like I wish Joel of all people would have survived, but without that, I don't think the storyline would have been the same. But yeah, I thought it was absolutely brilliant. Like, I never give games sort of 10 out of 10 because, you know, there's always room for improvement on certain things. But just because of how emotionally attached I got to the characters and how good it was and how diverse the game was, and the fact that, you know, The Last of Us Part 1 was here, it was brilliant, it was like a 10 out of 10 game already, but then Naughty Dog managed just to step it up another level. It was absolutely brilliant. So I will give this game a 10 out of 10. I definitely advise you guys to get it and give it a go for yourself. And because it's such like an emotional roller coaster, it's not a game that you're gonna play all the time. It's like maybe a game you'd play once a year, once every couple of years. Because it's not just sort of a relaxing game, you know, even though it's so brilliant and there's so much things going on with it, and like the graphics is awesome, the storyline is awesome, the diversity is awesome, just everything about it. It's really, really good. But it's not something like Spider-Man, you know what I mean? I love Spider-Man as well. I thought that was a cracking game where you can go on that for like 20 minutes, half an hour, have a bash, have a bit of fun, and then just sort of come off it and just be chilled and relaxed. Like, this isn't like a relaxing game. So it's not something you're gonna play, you know, every couple of months. It's maybe something you're gonna play once a year, once every couple of years. But yeah, it was just absolutely brilliant. Like, I absolutely loved it. Storyline was definitely by far the best for me. The emotional attachment you get to the characters and what happens with the storyline, it was just absolutely brilliant. And I love the fact that there was a lot of like time lapses and things. So like you're in current stages of the game, and then the game will shoot you back. Like, you'll be in an intense gunfight, and then you'll have your adrenaline pumping, it'll be all crazy, and then all of a sudden they'll go back to a cutscene from like a couple of years ago, a couple of months ago, whatever, and it'll be such calm and peace. You know, there's a certain storyline with Joel and Ellie, which I really loved in the game, where Joel takes Ellie to like a dinosaur museum for her birthday, and just something like that, talking to each other, interacting with the characters, just walking through, no gunfight, no nothing, and I absolutely loved that part of the game. It was just, yeah, it brings tears to your eyes. It's absolutely crazy. It's literally just like playing a movie. So it was just, yeah, it was so good. So I definitely think Naughty Dog did it right. I will give this game a 10 out of 10. It is absolutely cracking. Probably the best game that I've ever played in my life, or very close up to it. And yeah, it's just, if you guys haven't played it, I definitely suggest that you do play it and you get it yourself. And yeah, who knows? The ending was a little bit open-ended, so maybe there could be a Last of Us Part 3. I don't know, but they could finish it with this game and be done with it. But like I said, the ending was a little bit open-ended for me. It was a little bit disappointing. Like, there was no sort of happy ending with either side. Maybe that's just the way this game is supposed to be, because it's such an emotional roller coaster throughout it. You know, having a happy ending isn't this game. You know, it's not meant to have a happy ending. It's a very dark, post-apocalyptic world, and a lot about justice and vengeance and emotion, and yeah, it's just absolutely a whirlwind. So you go from like one point being up here, so happy, the game's beautiful, seeing all this incredible scenery, and then down here, and you're just so angry and just can't believe the game's doing this to you, taking these characters away right from underneath you. But yeah, I thought it was brilliant. So definitely 10 out of 10 for me. Definitely suggest you guys go out there and get it yourself. Naughty Dog is an awesome company, they bring out awesome games. And yeah, so that's going to be my review, guys, for the Last of Us Part 2. I sincerely hope you did enjoy it. Go get yourself this game, give it a whirl, let me know what you think down in the comments, and I will catch you on the next one. Take it easy.